What's a snowman's favorite Mexican food? A burrito. All jokes aside, we have a really serious winter storm coming tomorrow that has been ranked anywhere from destructive to beyond devastating for our area. So I wanted to take a minute and just kind of go over some things you should do tonight to prepare and what you should do if you lose power tomorrow. So first off, tonight, you want to make sure you're checking your emergency kit. Get out your lanterns, flashlights, check them, make sure they don't need new batteries and that you have some spares. If not, go get some. Bust out some candles, make sure you have at least one lighting source for it, and check to make sure that it actually works. Make sure you have extra blankets handy, hats, gloves, long johns. You want to shut all closet doors and doors to rooms that aren't being used. You can stick towels under them so you're not losing heat and conserving as much heat as possible in your home in the event that you lose power. Tonight we're going to get in below freezing temperatures. I think the low around here is 28, so it's not a bad idea to leave a slow drip going on your pipes, especially if you know you don't have all PVC piping. If you're on well and septic, it's a really good idea to fill up your bathtub. And even if you're not on well and septic, you want to make sure that you have some clean water handy. So fill up what you can, water bottles, jugs, Tupperware, and have some ready to go on that. Another thing I like to do is I freeze a cup of water, and then once it's frozen, I stick a quarter on it and put it in the freezer. That way, if I lose power, I can make sure that the food in there is still good before I eat it, or see if it really affected it before throwing it out, because that can also be very costly. Typically for your fridge, the food is good for about 4 hours before it becomes critical, and then it's about 48 hours for your freezer. But that's a really good test. Make sure the cup is clear, so that way you can actually tell that it did get submerged and how much it got submerged. You also want to close all the blinds and curtains that you have in your house. That way it'll conserve heat and keep it locked in. Lastly, tonight you want to make sure that you do not park next to any large trees, especially dying trees or ones that have large branches over them. If possible, try to park in a very, very clear area where your car will not be in jeopardy. If you do lose power and you do have a generator tomorrow, you want to make sure that you do put it at least 20 to 30 feet away from the house. You never want to put it next to any doors, vents, or windows. It does pump out a lot of carbon monoxide, and that's another thing you should check tonight, your carbon monoxide and smoke detectors, and make sure they're working as well, as a lot of these heat sources produce carbon monoxide, and that can be fatal. If you do need to leave your house tomorrow for any reason, make sure you're just uber prepared before you get in the car. Pack extra warm clothing, pack an ice scraper. Shovel's not a bad idea. Bring your phone, no matter how small of a ride. Tell someone where you're going and what your plan is. Also, if a light goes out, make sure that you treat it as a 4-way stop sign. A lot of people seem to have issues with this in Virginia. If a stoplight is out, it becomes a 4-way stop sign for every car. Even on big roads like Broad Street, it's not everybody go, the second one car goes. And don't forget to bring a little bit of water and food in the car, just in case. If you have any other thoughts, I'd love to hear them on some tips we could use in the comments. And stay safe and stay dry out there. All right, till next time.